Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video here today. And we are going over my BloodShot Vex build. We have completed the build and we are using, for weapons, we are using the ceramic bod with torch stickies of a auto fire of a SMG, and then it has a amp shield gun damage to gun shields, amplifies gun damage. And then we're using from mobbing. Other mobbing is a Ramit bod. It has a COB license mag, and the fire is an SMG. And then we're using the Wombo combo. It's really good. This is also really good for mobbing and taking down vials too. But we're mostly using the bod. So, and then we're also using the Affinity XXL. We're using this for like our fire enemies, and then we're also mostly using it for um, mobbing. Our bossing gun of this build is the ceramic bod. That is the weapon that we are taking down all the bosses with. So then we're going to go over the firmware now. So we're using 3 Deadeye. 1 Deadeye gives you gun accuracy. Second Deadeye gives you gun critical damage boost by 25%. And then the third one gives every critical hit grants 15% critical damage per stack for maximum stacks of 5 seconds for 10 seconds. And then we're using 2 airstrike, which will give us extra splash radius and splash damage, which is benefiting our ceramic bod. So we get a lot of get more splash damage from it. And then for the rep kit, we are using the large triple bypass with the perk of overdose. It increases all healing received by 45% for 10 seconds, which is really beneficial because we are a health build. And then we're not really using this. We're not really using any ordnance actually. We're just kind of using this for the Deadeye. So there's no ordnance on this build that we're really using. So this could be any ordnance that you really want with Deadeye on it. Anything really works. And then we're for the class mod, we are using the 1 shot on Deadeye. We got 5 points extra in Bloodshot and 2 in Eternal Sum. Gives us 35% splash damage and 45% sniper rifle damage. Then we're using the Timekeeper Shield, which also has airstrike on it. And this one gives you 7,436 health, maximum health, 372 health regeneration, and reduces damage taken by 33%. And then for the enchantment, we're not really using this for the branding on it, I would say. But it does benefit our bot in a sense. So, stockpiler. On reload, guns with Deadliest licensed parts gain up 25% damage based on the amount of spare ammo for their currently equipped gun. And then we're mostly using this for the gun damage, which is increased by 25%. The shotgun splash damage, which is 38%, and the gun critical damage for which is another 50%. All this is benefiting the bod. And that is our weapons and firmware. So now we're gonna go over the skills. So we have gone with 5 points in volatile assistance, 1 point in grave sights, 5 points in grave implements, 5 points in target persistence. We put 5 points in materials and components, which gives you bonus kinetic damage. And this gives you the target and persistence gives you a gun critical hit chance of 15%. It seems higher than 15% because we were hitting a lot more criticals than 15% more often. We're hitting a bunch of criticals. And then we're putting 5 in drink full, which gives us 0.60% fire rate per stack, max stacks of 50. We put 5 points in the skill damage. So this gives us 45% more skill damage. We also put 5 points in the bloodshot, so it gives us a bonus damage of 100% of current health. And then we're put 5 points in essence leech. Vex gains life steal, double this effect while action skill is active, so that's the total of 20% more life steal. And then Vex, then we put 3 points in here. Vex gains bonus kinetic damage with guns based on her current lifesteal on her health is full. So this gives us bonus kinetic damage and 300% of lifesteal. And then we did red tree here. We did 5 points in enchant. So this gives us 37% more kinetic damage. That is for the skill tree for this build. And now we're going to go over the specialization. So for specializations, we are using bullets are scared of me, so we get more damage reduction. So when the Vault Hunter it gains increased damage reduction based on the fullness of shield or health, whichever has higher maximum capacity. And then we're using the best defense. The Vault Hunter gains increased damage dealt based on the fullness of their shield or health, whichever has higher maximum capacity. And then we're using Riddle this, which gives us gun damage when we're dealing gun damage. 1% per stack, stacks up to 50, so it can stack up to 50%. And then we're using Daredevil. We're using Daredevil just to use this, which is action skill cooldown rate when we use the rep kit. So we can get our action skill popped out a little bit more often. And that is for the build, except for we are also using Witchy Trigger Finger, which will give it when you use your Eldritch Blast. It gives you 15% gun damage per stack. So you're gonna have max stacks of 3. So that gives us a total of 45% more damage have off stacks. So this is our Bloodshot build video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I also stream on Twitch. If you guys join the Discord down below, you'll get notifications when I go live on Twitch. Also, make sure to go follow me on Twitch. And it is the goal and dream to make it to 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I will see you guys in the next build video. Peace.